Random live will be going on in a few. I won't be that long. So remember to hit them like buttons and subscribe to Peanut Nola 504. Also hit the bell. Make sure y'all share the video, okay? I've been meaning to do this live, but I said before I closed my eyes tonight, I was going to be able to talk about this young lady in Russia who fled America to seek a better life in Russia. So remember that this is a random. I do a lot of random videos because I am a truck driver, so I don't get a lot of opportunities to prepare for when I'm gonna come on. So the reason why, but y'all just be just a minute, and I will be on. Welcome, family. When you get a chance, just remember, hit the like button. Also, share the video. It does not cost anything to hit the like button. Get them likes up. Going to be talking about Francine, Villa, who ended up being brutalized in Russia. So we're going to talk about that in just a moment. Welcome on a stormy night here in West Virginia. I'm just at the borderline, just came into West Virginia, and I said I was going to do this live. I had been meaning to get in and talk about this live. So, and this is a lesson to all of our, these our what I think what they call themselves is the passport bros, all of the people who are encouraging American blacks that they need to leave America. A lot of these pass or whatever they call it, pass or pro or bros, whatever it's, I don't know, passport, whatever they are. They've been encouraging a lot of our young people to leave America, that America is a bad place for our people. Shout out to you, DB. Are you with me? So so we get a lot of people who are trying to encourage our young women and men that it's just a bad place to be in America. America is just a terrible place to be, and they just don't like us here in America, that you should just leave your land, sell your land, and just go on and move to other places, and they will love you better than America. So what we're here to tell you is about this young lady, Francine, who was actually she was born in, because she come from a military family. She was born in Russia, and was when her mother and father brought her back to the States. She had some endeavors against America. Like a lot of people. A lot of things that they feel that was what's going on. What we deal on a daily basis with white supremacy, and what we deal with YT, a lot of things that we deal with YT supremacy, and what we deal with other, dislike from a lot of other people. Okay, so she thought what she thought was running away to better for greener passage. Tap into the place where she was born, because she's a military brat. And she thought that she can leave America and go somewhere that would be better for her. But unfortunately, she went back as an adult. and she traveled. It ended up well at first in Russia, and then she started to realize that it was not too much different than being in America, maybe even worse. I mean, of all places, you move to Russia, okay, where there's barely no dark people at. So she moves in a pretty decent neighborhood, and she thinks that she's making a come up in sure, she ended up with a YT supremacist in Russia and multiple YT people that were racist to her in Russia. She was dealing with going to the grocery store, being called making monkey sounds, and dealing with all kinds of different issues. They were treating even with prices, with buying food. They would raise the price on her, and so she ran into her neighbor, dealing with her neighbor. Her neighbor was, didn't like her from the day she moved in, was causing a heckler in her from the day she came in, leaving things on her front porch, doing all kinds of awful things to this lady, terrorizing this lady. The lady had no peace until one day the neighbor put them hands on her. And like I said, I am not happy about what happened to her. You know, I feel bad anytime anything happened to a melanated woman, especially a melanated queen. I really, really feel bad for that. But sometimes we listen to the wrong people. Hey, how you doing, my brother Dre? Sometimes we listen to the wrong people, like the passport bros and many people who tried to tell you how bad America is. You need to go, or you listen to Philip Scott, who tells you that you need to go see Ghana. We need to go see Nigeria. One of these brothers who was a long time Pan African guy. Now all of a sudden he's FBA. He's cheering for FBA. I tell you, a lot of these Pan Africans are losing money, and they're not making money, where they was with Pan African, and now they're trying to come in and jump in with the FBA movement. I have seen this with Tariq Nasheed, and I'm seeing this with a lot of other ones. I see some really good FBA people who are not on the side of Tariq Nasheed, or many of the Philip Scotts out there. So I do know, okay, but you see what's going on out here. You see what's happening, and we're not alike people. We're not alike people when it comes to the world. So why would you think that they would like you? Now she comes from a foundational background of her people being from America. And why would you think that anywhere you travel in this world that they would love you? I don't care what the pettiness that we deal with in America. I would rather deal with that pettiness than deal with another breed of pettiness and dealing with a different hate. And that's what we have to understand. There are so many people trying to talk us on how bad America is so they can walk in and capitalize off of us. See, they want to open up the doors and they want to walk on in while we walk on out. See, that's the only way that we can be kicked out of this country, if we leave on our own. Other people can walk in and replace you. You can't be forced out of this country. You have to voluntarily leave this. And this is what a lot of these immigrants are telling you. No, no, no. Come on to Africa and help us build Africa. Let's be one nation of black. And you know damn well that Africans have never considered themselves to be black. When you listen to African people, they were known by their tribes. They ain't known by no being called black. Now all of a sudden, all people Caribbeans want to call themselves black. When has black became cool all of a sudden? All of a sudden, black is cool. When we've been telling y'all for years that black means you're dead. That black means that you're hopeless. That black means you're sad when it comes to the dictionary of what YT people think of you. And they look at white as being pure. In every other dynamics of other lands, they don't they don't consider themselves white or black. Only in America, that term is white and black. Even in Europe, they don't call each other white and black. But the racism over the years, and we have just accepted it just like the N-word. How you doing? Peace and blessings. And I want people to understand it's cool because they're getting deported. Yes, and they definitely getting deported. But what we don't want to do is make it easy for these people to come in and replace us by leaving it on our own and allowing people to talk us into making us believe that America is so bad when the whole world is worse than America. The whole globe is worse. Why you think they want to be here? Why you think they want to leave and be here? You know what I'm saying? 67? Why would they want to leave and be here? And we heard a Jamaican. I showed the video. Shout out to Dr. No Job of the FBA. I had a conversation. I give credit when credit is due, and he exposed a Jamaican lady, and the Jamaican lady was really talking awful trash about us, saying that we're lazy and we don't amount to nothing. We don't have culture. We don't have anything. And she was wishing that Donald Trump sent us into some gay alligator lake, some place where she wants us to be eaten up alive. She said he's going to do it to us next. These immigrants are delusional. These immigrants are very delusional because we cannot be deported. And rather you are a black American Indian, and rather you are a FBA, you can't be removed from this land. This government owes us more than what we know. And this government, they can't take you somewhere where you never been. And we have, and like I said, unfortunately, you know, old Francis, you know, yeah, unfortunately, she had to learn the hard way because she talked a lot of trash. It always come back to haunt people who talk a lot of trash about America. No matter where you run, you're gonna find YT supremacists. You can't hide from YT supremacist family. No matter where you try to run on this planet, they're going to be somewhere. And you shouldn't run from them. You shouldn't run from the land that belongs to you. And we're just making it easy for them. Stop listening to these past port bros who telling you go into the tropics. Go into the Bahamas, go into Jamaica, go into these places, go see these places. Yeah, you can go visit and vacation, but no. Why would Jamaicans want to be in America when they can be in Jamaica on the beaches every day? Why would they want to be here in America? Because they are in a third world country where they're not making the money. And you can have beautiful coconuts coming out the tree, but if you're not getting economics, you cannot survive. And we got to understand that these people know. They understand what's going on where they come from. That's why they're trying multiple times to leave. Africans talk about how great Africa is, how great the continent is, the motherland, the motherland, the motherland, the motherland. But they the first to leave the motherland. It ain't just America. You find an African everywhere but Africa. Africans will be in Europe. Africans will be in Asia. Africa's in America. They're all over the globe, anywhere but Africa. And Africa is going through a proper overpopulation. They're overcrowded over there, which means too many more mouths to feed. And they are very thirsty to come over here. More mouths to feed, more diseases that are happening in Africa. But they tell you it's so great. They tell you all the great things about it, but they don't tell you the suffering of their children. They don't tell you how Nigeria is having a pandemic on bleaching their own children. That they bleach their children. Treason. That's treason. And because they don't like what they look like. And these people, I used to say it all the time. I don't trust no politician. But the best thing could ever happen was Donald Trump for us. Because Joe Biden was allowing these immigrants to walk over and have their chests out, and they were consistently replacing us, consistently taking the jobs from us, walking past us, arrogant. Look what they did to the sister in New York City. Look what the Mexicans did. These people don't care about melanated people in this country. These people have no respect about a melanated woman. And these cowards beat this melanated woman in the streets of New York. Went out. They jumped her. We gotta take a hold and protect our women. Our women are the most vulnerable out of all of us. Our women and our children. If we call ourselves a tribe, we're gonna have to come together at some point and understand, because it's gonna, if it ain't that lady, it's gonna be your wife. You can't be with your wife every day. You can't be with your mother every day. A lot of you brothers go to work. We're going to have to each one teach one. We're going to have to teach our ladies how to shoot a gun and how to protect themselves, how to defend themselves. We're going to have to teach our children how to shoot. This is what other groups of people have been doing forever, teaching their children how to shoot. Learning how to live off the land in case invaders come in. Learn how to hunt, pull berries off the ground. Camp out there outside. Learn how to live without certain things, how to survive. Because we've been so Americanized. Because America is not older than Tamari. It's not older than Turtle Island is. America as a corporation is new. Our people was here before it was named America. We're the ancient civilization. We're the old people. It's bigger than just being called Indian. We were here before they called you an Indian. We're the Olmec, the Mayan, the Aztec. We're the old people of the BBC channel when they said that when when the very first war was not between Europeans and the Native Americans who came across a land bridge, but the very first war was between the Native Americans who came across that land bridge and ran into the ancient people, the old people. We was their very first war. We're the hidden gem of this land. And if you find out who you are, you would understand the power that you have. You would stop committing so much treason against yourself. You would learn to respect your matriarch. You would be able to respect your man. I want to thank you guys for coming in. It's not a long live. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Remember that what happened to Francine Villa, that happened in Russia. Make sure it doesn't happen to you. Grass ain't greener on the other side. You are in the best land in the world. You just don't understand you under a gold mine. Do your genealogy. A lot of you guys have not done your genealogy. You are a part of this land. And these people are wait. You're going to allow them to take it from you. And we're not going to allow that. And we're going to keep teaching and keep teaching. I want you guys to hit that like button. For those who catch the replay, y'all make sure y'all share the video, hit the like buttons, get them likes up for me, man. You guys have a blessed day. I'm going through such a terrible storm out here in West Virginia, so much lightning, so I don't want my live to go off, you know what I'm saying? But I want to thank you guys once again for showing up, all the 9 people that's in here, even the people that's in the darkness, the people that because I check out the analytics that shows me that there are a lot of people who be in the bushes who like to look, don't press the like buttons, but they like to they don't subscribe, but they like to view. If I can just get some of you guys who in the bushes to press a like button or subscribe or a dislike button, because it's kind of weird that we get a lot of people who refuse to support, but they want to watch. So I know if the ones who don't want to, that's probably the ops. That's probably the ops. So you guys have a beautiful night.